And she even sent a note at night, in the evening, and say a message and say, we received this. They say you must sign it because since it was sent directly to the DIVCOM. Now the National Commission didn't want to sign it from his office, bypass me to the DIVCOM. He just said, no, since it's addressed to the DIVCOM, then let Sibiya sign it. Then I signed it. As you see, that letter is not prepared by me. All of it is from the National Commissioner's office.
But it was you that requested, is it General Rabi, to prepare it?
I asked General Rabi, I informed the National Commissioner that I asked General Rabi. The National Commissioner also called General Rabi and said, assist General Sibiya to prepare this close-up report. Yes.
Thank you. Please continue.
And did you read the report before you signed it?
I read the report.
And you agreed with the contents?
I read
obviously.
The contents and I was satisfied.
Okay. Paragraph 80 then.
Before you do that, that message, that WhatsApp message refers to a letter that was addressed to the divisional.
That is the
discussion of instruction to the divisional commissioner, and yet there's discussion of instructions to General Rabi from you. Can you just reconcile that so that I understand the sequence and what these facts that are being spoken to here about?
The letter that I wrote to the divisional commission, I'm now signing the letter. It's my letter now. But that comes from the office of the national commissioner to say, no, because it's directed to the divisional commissioner, let it then be signed by the DNC. But the preparations of the letter comes from General Rabi's office.
At your instance, though, yes, it comes from General Rabi's office at your instance.
I want to remind the chair that General Masemola himself, he also said he instructed General Rabi to help me. I understand and I accept when the chair says in your instance, but how I was advised is that when you establish or you disestablish or whether you want to build a police station or whatever that you want to do in the police, there need to be a work study report that shows that there was an investigation or a study conducted. Now, in deactivating all the things that needs to be in the report, so the best person who can advise you on how to put this report together will be General Rabi. I called him. Then, when the National Commissioner later, when I communicated with him and said, okay, because he was saying to me, the minister says he wants the close-up report by the 20th, and then I will be back on the 14th. Make sure that when we meet, I've got the close-up report. And then I told him that, no, I've also asked General Rabi. He then also called General Rabi to say, General Rabi, make sure that there is this report, and then so that I can get it. In my case, then I directed to General Kumalo as is. And then, because the National Commissioner wanted to have a meeting with me on the 14th upon his arrival, I said to General Kumalo, you make sure that I get it on the 13th so that me and him can engage, see where we can fix or change. If it's okay, then the next morning I meet with the National Commissioner. That's what happened and how it happened.
Please continue.
Thank you, Chair. You were at paragraph 80.
General Rabi had cited the author of the implementation plan as being the National Commissioner. That is the first draft. As such, my office had sent it to the National Commissioner for his signature. However, upon discussion with the National Commissioner on the said implementation plan, he instructed me to sign it off because in view it was an operational matter and it was not necessary for him to sign it.
In his view, it was. You said in view. I'm saying in his view, it was.
Yes. Sorry, Chair.
So just to clarify this because you took us to Annex to SS 43, and SS 43 says General Sibiya advised that the DNC signs it instead of NATCOM. And then in paragraph 80, you say the National Commissioner instructed you to sign it. Because in his view, it was an operational matter. So those are two conflicting statements.
Which page, paragraph?
The paragraph you just read, you said that the National Commissioner instructed you to sign it off.
Yes.
But you just took us to SS 43.
The point is that, General, that conflicts with the WhatsApp text you referred us to.
Yeah, it's not a conflict at all. My staff officer or my admin officer in the office will come to my office and say, General Sibiya says. When you say General Sibiya says, it is the National Commissioner who says. When it comes from General Brigadier Letoko, says Brigadier Letoko says. This is something that comes from the National Commissioner. Now, how she crafted the message that says General Sibiya brought the document from General Rabi for your signature. She advised that DNC sign it instead of NATCOM as a letter is addressed to DIVCOM. So General Sibiya will never come to me, give me an instruction that does not come from the National Commissioner. So, hence we are sitting with that document, maybe the emails that shows that is a paragraph that I read before that says General Rabi wrote the document, sent it to General Sibiya. And then the author, when you look at the author, it was the National Commissioner. I took that letter to the National Commissioner and said, NASCOM sign, here is the report that you wanted. He said, no, I can't sign this thing because you can sign it, it's operational. But when you look at the fact that there was correspondence between General Sibiya and General Rabi, it went back to General Rabi, then it came back now as my name, General Sibiya now, no longer, Deputy National Commissioner Crime Detection, no longer National Commissioner. And you can see that it comes from General Rabi. Both of them come from General Rabi. Whether you're talking about the first one of the National Commissioner and the second one come from General Rabi, but through General Sibiya. Now, it is General Sibiya who contact my office and say, no, the DNC can sign it. It does not necessarily mean that it's her instruction. She says I can sign it because it comes from straight from the NASCOM, it's directed to the divisional commissioner, so General Sibiya can sign it. It's not a contradiction at all.
Okay, maybe I can ask it this way. Did the National Commissioner speak to you directly and instruct you to sign it off?
Yes.
And when was that?
Remember, I took the first report to him, and he says it in his report that I came to see him on the 14th, and I found him in a meeting with General Sibiya. Remember, it was his first day. There were a couple of things to discuss, including that as well. But then that's when he said, look, you can sign, I think you can sign it because this is operational and this is your team anyway. And then that's when you see the correspondence between General Sibiya and Rabi again. Now, General Rabi coming with a different document that is now written General Sibiya. But you see, the safety point here is this. From General Rabi, it didn't come to me straight. It went to General Sibiya still, who is in the office of the National Commissioner still, coming to me still, from General Sibiya. Whether it came from General Rabi or General Sibiya, it came from the National Commissioner's office to my office. And as you can see, the moment General Sibiya get involved with my PA or staff officer and say, the General can sign it, it doesn't necessarily have to spell out to say that the National Commissioner says General can sign it. So no, General Sibiya can sign it because it's directed to the DIFCOM. There's no contradiction there.
I think, General, what we are trying to clarify is you referred us to SS 43, which contains an explanation why you end up being the one that signs, and which is you. You say, here's SS 43. I was told that the National Commissioner via Sibiya said I should sign because the letter is addressed to the Divisional Commissioner. That's your SS 43, and that's what you rely on.
Yes.
And in the next WhatsApp message on that same page, you say, I will sign the following day. And you explain it's because it was at night, and I think the following day is the 17th. And then in paragraph 80, you appear to give another explanation why you became the one that signed. So keep in mind SS 43, which provides an explanation, which you say it's an instruction from the National Commissioner. He say you must sign because the letter is addressed to the Divisional Commissioner. So we have that explanation. But then in 80, paragraph 80 of your statement, you appear to provide a different explanation why you signed, and I think we are trying to clarify how do we reconcile, or how do you reconcile, maybe how do you reconcile, or how do you want us to reconcile SS 43 and what you say in paragraph 80, where you say the National Commissioner instructed me to sign because in his view it was an operational matter. That reason is different from SS 43. The WhatsApp message in SS 43, at least that's how we are reading it, and that's what we are trying to reconcile.
Yes. Thank you very much, Chair and Commissioners. I just want to say, as is how it happened. The fact that I said, the National Commissioner said, gave me the reason, say, no, you can sign it, it's an operational matter. I'm not taking away still that point. Whilst I also look at the fact that here I'm saying, they say, the National Commissioner say is because it is addressed to the Divisional Commissioner. It means it's operational, it's your division, deal with it. So this is the message that I have, but in my meeting with the National Commissioner, so I say sign it, it's operational.
The National Commissioner would have said this to you, following your sequence here in paragraph 79 and 80. The National Commissioner would have said this to you on the 16th itself.
Not on the 16th.
Yes.
It would have been on the 14th.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Ms. Asim.
Thank you. I think we should proceed with the remainder of the statement. So can you go to paragraph 81?
Consequently, I changed the name on the implementation plan to my own. And on 17 January 2025, I signed the implementation plan and addressed it to the Divisional Commissioner Crime Intelligence, Lieutenant General Kumalo. A copy of this implementation plan is attached as SS3. Now, I do notice where I say I changed. But in actual fact, when I look at the letter itself, both letters, same letterheads, same font, same type of a document, it tells me that this is how it came. And if it is to be, it's a mistake when I say I changed it because I signed it. It was before I knew that no, but it was sent back. When I say I changed this subsequent, is when the National Commissioner made a statement in one of when I went to the labor court, the National Commissioner said, I rejected his report, and he went back and he went and changed it to his name. Then I responded by saying, but I changed it to mine signature because the National Commissioner said it is operational. But when you begin to get all the paperwork here and there, and you get, remember, National Commissioner or commissioners, I was removed from office, left the gadget. I don't have everything, enough everything. So I worked from my my memory, and then I worked from asking, do you have this or that? Now, whatever I might have said, yes, I will accept the difference. When you say, why did you say you changed it when, in fact, here you say Rabbi is the one. So I'm just saying, whether I changed it to my name or it is General Rabbi who changed it to my name, what is important here to note is that the author of the document is General Rabbi and the intention is the same. Whether it's me who signed it, who changed this, or it's the same document.
It actually is important, General, because we need to understand what evidence you're relying on. Are you now saying, because you say in your statement, I changed the name on the implementation plan to my own. Are you saying now you want to change that? You want to correct that was not correct when you put it this way?
Yes.
In your written statement. Now, as you sit here, you're saying that's not correct. In fact, you did not change the name.
Yes.
On the implementation plan.
Yes. And the reason why I'm saying this also, Commissioner, you can see this document, this WhatsApp message is a supplement that was sent much later, I think last week, but it's something that was sent at a much later stage and she said, General, I came across this message, I think maybe it might be of assistance. And that's when I saw we needed this thing. So the fact that I wrote here, I changed. To me, I accept that I said that, but I don't find it to be that material from my angle. But if the chair says, look, that it is a material, I will keep quiet, Chair.
I think we have that. In my view, and I cannot speak on behalf of the commissioners, it's material. Either you changed your name or you didn't, and we must know, which version it is you're giving us, because you gave us two different versions. But you're now saying that you want to change your original version to say that you received it with your name on it.
That's what I say.
We can move on then, Chair. All right. I think you're at paragraph 82. Paragraph 82.
Chair, before I go to paragraph 82, I'm just, my mind kicks back on that what the evidence leader just said, but my only concern is that here we are dealing with, I'm dealing with a document that was not prepared by me. It was prepared by the Office of the National Commissioner. So I just wanted to put that point. So I'll move to
Thank you, General.
To 82.
Sure.
On the National Commissioner's own version, as set out in his answering affidavit in the urgent application instituted by me in the Pretoria High Court under case number 2025 123874, he advised me to consult with General Rabbi in the drafting of an implementation plan for the closure of the PKTT. To avoid prolixity, I only attach the relevant portion of the National Commissioner's answering affidavit marked SS14. So I want us to look into SS14 page.
It's file 2 of 10,
211.
page 210.
Which one? No. I'm being given this one. It talks about events leading up to my instruction to stay at home. It's not the right one.
This is SS14 that you provided us, General. It's an
SS
extract from the answering affidavit of the minister found in the High Court.
General, what are you trying to find? The implementation plan.
No, Commissioner. We're saying on the National Commissioner's own version, as set out in his answering affidavit in the urgent application instituted by me in the High Court under the case number 2025-123874, he advised me to consult with General Rabi in the drafting of an implementation plan for the closure of the PKTT.
General, look at page 211, paragraph 8.6, the last sentence. It starts with, I advised him to consult. Is that what you're looking for?
Page 211.
Page 211, remember we are in file 2, the annexures. Are you in the right file?
File 2, yes.
Yes. So look at page 211, paragraph 8.6, the sentence that starts with, I advised. Remember, it's General Masemula speaking, not you.
Yes. The applicant informed me that the task team should be closed down.
No, further down, General, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth line from the top. I advised him to consult with.
I advised him to consult with Major General Rabi, Head of Strategic Management, in drafting an amended plan for closing down the task team. I called Major General Rabi to assist him with the phase-out plan. That's what I needed.
Yes.
To say, even the National Commission, he does